pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's the word, North? I'm Nate.
And I'm Devin.
Today is Thursday, October 3rd. For the weather today, there is a high of 72 and a low of 51.
Today's after-school activities are Dungeons and Dragons Club, Art Club, Gaming Club, Percussion Ensemble, Lit Lab, and Wrestling.
For today's birthdays, we have Allison L. on 8 West, Sadie R. on 8 Central, and Bridget F. on 7 Central.
Have a Thrift Thursday, North. Oh, introducing Mr. Decker.
Oh, introducing Mr. Decker. All right. Hey, guys. I have a couple of announcements. One, don't forget, we had on here, but don't forget the fall play, Inherit the Wind begins tonight. Showtime is at 6 p.m., I believe. Also tonight, for 7th and 8th graders who are not attending the play tonight, but are surely attending one of the other evenings, there's 7th and 8th grade night at Kirkwood High School. It begins at 6 p.m. in Denver Miller Gym. That's the old gym if you're not familiar. And there's information about all kinds of extracurriculars and clubs and things like that at Kirkwood High School, as well as other things after that, I believe. But it begins with that stuff at 6 p.m. in Denver Miller. So if you're interested in sports, activities, any of those kinds of things, it'd be a good time to come out and maybe meet some coaches or teachers or moderators who do those different programs. Also, this weekend on Sunday is Pioneer Elite basketball tryouts. That's Sunday evening. I'll have more information about that on tomorrow to kind of remind you of times and stuff like that. But if you're interested in trying out playing basketball, it's a Pioneer Elite feeder program, so it'd be a good thing for you to do. And I think that's probably it. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything, but I think I got it all. So enjoy your day. Have a good Thursday, or whatever you guys said. There you go.
The St. Louis Cardinals are in the postseason for the first time since 2014. Here's their season recap and how they got there.
On June 29th, the Cardinals were in third place in the NL Central and 4 games back from first.
Since then, the Cards have gone 54-31 and clinched the NL Central to make the playoffs. Tommy Edman has been a key player for the Cardinals since being called up in July and hitting .294 with 14 stolen bases.
Colton Wong has been a star on defense, and Paul Goldschmidt is leading the team in home runs.
The Yankees, Braves, Dodgers, Astros, A's, Nationals, Brewers, and the Twins are also in the playoffs. The Cards' first game is Thursday, October 3rd in Atlanta, facing the Braves. Go Cardinals!
Even though we're all pretty great here at North, there are a few of us that stand out above the rest. We present to you our very first North Kirkwood All-Stars.
First off, we have a student who just won $500 for her writing. Meet Ellie Naharo.
Today we'll be talking about how she won an award for writing. Would you like to tell us more about that?
It was for Explore St. Louis, and what we had to do is we had to write about three places that we enjoy in St. Louis.
Do you have any tips for people being successful?
Just try, because I tried and I did it. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay. We have another writer here at North, but she's a teacher and she wrote an entire book. Meet Dr. Ford. Today we are here with Dr. Ford, who's going to tell us a little bit more about a book she wrote.
So years ago at a different school, I had a colleague who was wonderful. Her name was Miss Friend, and she was a first grade teacher, and she lived on Sunshine Drive. And I used to tease her and say, you can't make that stuff up. A first grade teacher named Miss Friend on Sunshine Drive. Well, then she came down with a very rare form of cancer, and she was going through a lot of treatment, and it cost a lot of money. So I wrote this poem about a Miss Friend on Sunshine Drive, and we made it into a little book, and we just sold little copies of it to raise money. Well, then she met with me and said, I really appreciate that. That was really nice of you to write that, but what I really need is a book that I can read to my first graders about an adult who has cancer. Because everywhere she looked, there were no books about adults with cancer that little kids could understand. So I wrote the rest of the story, and I sent that to her, and she said, I love this. Just make sure it has things about how you may look different in appearance, You have to eat special foods. You might be extra tired on some days. So I sort of wove all that into this book, and it's all like in a rhyming story about Miss Friend. And she loved it, and then she died. So it's been her dream that this book would be in the hands of as many first grade or second or whatever little kids who might need it, who might know an adult who's suffering. And so we are trying to get this book into classrooms across the area and across the nation, all for her. And that's her. That's Kelly. That's Kelly Friend. And so this is the book that I wrote for Kelly, and it's about Miss Friend on Sunshine Drive.